Hey, welcome back everybody. Delta V Grow Systems. I'm glad you're returning for another round of videos. This one we're going to talk about how to mix nutrients. Hydroponics floor series, to be specific. So I got the performance pack. I'll make sure that I add the description or the link in the description below. This is their performance pack. They call it their advanced nutrient system, as you can see down at the bottom. It comes with the main three nutrients, the base nutrients in your floor series, which is your floor micro, your floor grow, and your floor bloom. And then it comes with a handful of additional supplement nutrients that you can add that are part of their expert program. And now it doesn't come with the entire expert program, I will say, and we'll get into that in a moment, but it does come with a good percentage of them. And essentially it covers, it has rapid start, which we'll go through what they do here in a moment. Flora blend, liquid cool bloom, Floralicious plus, Flora clean, and the pH test indicator. And so what you'll notice is that if you get the performance pack, there is actually a chart, a schedule on either side. And I'll go back and I'll make sure to re-edit this video and have a still copy of that schedule in there. So this is for the recirculating program, or something like, as you can see there, those recirculating deep water culture system. That's what we would use this for. But as you guys know, we have the soil-grown Girl Scout cookies, so we'll want to use the drain to waste program. Now, the nutrients that we were just talking about here and the expert program is essentially, if you were to follow this entire schedule and all of the nutrients that are added within, then you would see that this performance pack comes with all of those here seen in green. So the Flora Micro, Flora Grow, Flora Bloom, the Rapid Start, Liquid Cool Bloom, Floralicious Plus, and Flora Clean. It also comes with Flora Blend, and then I have CalMag, my version of their Cali Magic that I intend to use. And then so there are a couple that it doesn't have. It doesn't have Armor C for defense, Diamond Nectar for weight, Flavor for Flora Nectar, or Flora Nectar for flavor, and Dry Cool Bloom for ripening. But it does come with the base nutrients, and then these additional supplements that it came with was the Roots, Weight, Aroma, and that Flora Clean is for the flush. And you'll see that there's actually two for aroma. It does come with the, it does include the Flora Blend. And like I said, we're going to run the simple program with a little bit of expert program nutrients added in. So there are the bottles that we just discussed. This here can go into detail about what each one does. The big thing is that you really want to keep in mind is that you never want to mix any one of these together. They're very, 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 very potent solutions. So you never really want to mix any of these together in one shot. What you want to do is you want to do them individually into your gallon of water. So I have a gallon. This is not natural spring water. I've continued to refill this. This is city water, tap water. And so what you'll see I'll do is that I'm going to follow that schedule that they've provided us for the drain to waste program. And so I'm actually going to so we're not on the seedling phase. We're going to start with week 2, early growth. So we're essentially going to run all of these nutrients right here, with the exception of Armor C, Diamond Nectar, and those are the only ones that we're going to skip out on. All right, so let's get to working on this, guys. And I'd say before we do, I think we deserve a celebratory hit. While I'm doing that, I'm going to set you guys up to make sure you get a bit of a still look at this schedule. Let me see if I can't maybe turn the phone in a direction to where you can actually see the entire schedule. Oh, one moment. Don't worry, we're also working right now on a video editing software. So our videos are about to get a hell of a lot nicer, hell of a lot cleaner, a hell of a lot smoother, much less shaky. You know the deal. We're working on it, guys. So bear with us. And like I said, I'm going to get you set up to have a nice little glance at this for a moment. There we go. So you guys get your still view. If you hear some coughing in the background, I can tell you that most likely is asthma, I swear. Nothing else. Actually, don't even have to joke like that anymore. I'm in a legal state, by the way, guys. This is Washington, D.C., where this is allowed. This is legal. I don't recommend this at home for anybody who doesn't live in a state that allows options to get licensed for this. In D.C., you can have 6 plants at a time, 3 mature and 3 in early growth stages. So this would be kind of clones, seedlings, stuff like that. So there is a limit to how many we can produce, but we have the ability to do it. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to work on week 2. Week 2, as you can see, is that early growth, and we're going to do 4 mLs of the Flora Micro. And so to do this, what we're probably going to use is this guy right here, a little syringe measured out by mLs. We know we need 4 mLs, so that's going to be really helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this Flora Micro. This is the one that you want. You want 4 mLs. And what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and pool 4 mLs, and I'll get you back set up in just a moment and show you how we work our way back into this. I'm also working on getting a friend of mine to do some camera work for me, so that way you won't have to have the person doing it be the same person filming it, and it's not quite about my voice. I do have some concerns because of work-related purposes, but come on, we could be doing much more harmful things. Alright, so this goes down to 4 ml. Alright, so we are at the 4 ml mark. For those of you who do want to see, just in case, that was the Flora Micro. We just pulled 4 mLs. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your water, and this is really where the most important piece comes to play, because this is why you don't want to mix it, is you want to make sure you get it into the water. And then for me, I like to pull some water back into my syringe if possible. It helps to rinse them out. And then what I also like to do to get that final little pull is I'll fill it back up, and then I'll actually pull the plunger out of the back, so that way it all drains back into the jug. It's been somewhat diluted as it was rinsed back out in the syringe, and we can work our way onto nutrient number 2. And depending on how much we need of each nutrient, depends on what what device I'll use to pull it. And the reason I say that is because, yes, we have the syringe, but we also have a dropper here. We have a 3 ml dropper as well, very similar to this one. Then we have the old cup here that we could just pour in. So if we look at the next one actually calls for 5 ml of Flora Grow, and that's kind of part of why I mentioned that, is because when it comes to this, I'm not even going to use that syringe. I'm just going to pour to the 5 ml mark for our Flora Grow. And I just want to make sure I got a nice little shake on it. I don't know if we're supposed to shake it. I should have read the bottle, but I didn't. And we're going to go ahead and give it a nice little shake just to be safe. With our shake, we're going to go ahead and put this in here. And then I'm actually going to have to set the phone down for one more moment so I can hold both of these. My newts are too full right now. I'll see if I can't still make it work in front of the camera though, because I'm going to that 5 ml mark. Alright. So get right to that 5 ml mark. I'm going to even set it down on this table here to make sure we're just slightly above 5 ml. Let me see if I can pour a tad bit of that back, a drop or two. And see if that puts us down there. What do you guys think? Still slightly above? Alright, That's the last time I'm doing this. How are we now? Let's bring it back. Sorry guys, I have a stop button in my face. Yeah, we're running with it. That's close enough to 5 ml. Ooh, wrong cap. Oh yeah. And like I said, I'll make sure I add a link to these in the description below if you guys want to go with the performance pack. I thought it was a great deal, 45 bucks, 40 bucks, something like that. I think it was even discounted. I think it was even on sale for like 35 bucks or something. So I think what I'm getting at is I can't remember the price, but it was good. It was enough to make me happy. All right, so for the Flora Bloom, the next on the list here for week 2 is going to be that 1 ml, and so that's what I'm going to use this this little eyedropper here to pull that out. This is a 1 ml eyedropper. So I'm going to go ahead and give our Flora Bloom a little bit of a shake as well. And with the Flora Bloom shake, we're going to go ahead and sorry guys, just want to make sure I can get you set up to see this. What I'm doing right now is I'm pulling the top off of it. Alright, so once we have the top off, now that top's off, we can go draw it all up, and then the top line right there at the bottom of my thumb is the 1 ml line. So essentially once it's all pulled up, you want to push it on down until it stops right there. We're at 1 ml, and boom, they go right into our solution mix here. And now that we have put them into our solution mix, what I'm going to do, and you should probably do this after each one, it's probably better. I'm doing this to try and make this video a little bit shorter, seeing as we're already at 12 minutes. But I'm going to go mix my base nutrients in here now. So you can see, it's got my newts all changed up. Alright, so that takes care of our primary newts for today. Newts short for nutrient, in case you guys are curious or laughing at me. Then, once we've done that, alright, the next is going to be moving on to our rapid start, which is going to be 2.5 ml of our rapid start here. So, let's pop open this rapid start. And let's see, do we have a 2.5 line on this? We do not. So, for 2.5, we're probably going to have to go with the syringe. And if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and pop this puppy off. What is it? How much was it? 2.5? You know what? We're just going to go do 2.5 of these. So I just wanted to go through here so that it was at least diluted compared to its last go round. Ooh. There was definitely something in there. Oh, I'm sorry guys, we have a friend of ours who wants to join, and we gotta make sure he has access. It's only fair. So we step over to the dark. It's raining out there too, so we couldn't leave him out there. I showed y'all before. This is my partner in crime, Killer Q. I'm gonna set y'all up against this for a moment, so I can try and figure out how we're gonna get these the rapid start out of here. Things has had some type of object in there, which makes me a little nervous. There we go. So that let us get some. So pushing that down to the 1 ml mark. Alright, there's one. And we want here is 2. now we want the other half. We're going to go down to our half line. And we now have 2.5 mixed into our newts of the rapid start. So for those of you who didn't get to see that, essentially what that was is I ended up using this, though there was some slimy chunky stuff in it. I hope that's normal. Very difficult kind of to work my way around it and mix it up as best I could, so you can see so there was still some chunks getting drawn up in here. I did kind of want that. So yeah, so there's our rapid start, which is really meant for the root growth. Boom, we have that. What comes after rapid start? Let's move this back here so we know what we're done with. So after rapid start, under week 2, it's Floralicious Plus. So this is where we go down to the other small bottle. We'll do a nice little shake of that as well. And how much are we giving to the Floralicious Plus? This is 1 ml, so we'll use that droppers again. And so essentially what we want to do is just take the cap off. This one looks quite slimy as well. So I'll do one more solid mix. And they definitely look like they have some slimy stuff in there, I will say. So, but gotta do what you gotta do, huh? Alright, so there it is. Very black looking solution. Just squeeze it down to the 1 ml mark. Hang on, we gotta draw some back up in here. It was hard to tell when it was at that mark. But I think we're gonna get it right here. Maybe not. Hang on. All right. All right. So we're down to our 1 ml mark. And now I'm really just, at this point, kind of continuously pulling more water inside of this to see if I can't rinse it off any. But that made that look really dark. That looks yummy disgusting. But we're also not drinking it, so it is what it is. Okay, so Floralicious Plus is in, 1 ml complete. We're going to put the cap back on that. Then roll on to our next one, which is going to be starting to come out of that expert program. This is where we're going to use that floor blend. And under week 2, it's asking us to use 5 ml. So we'll probably go back to this this nice little cup over here. Take our floor blend. And again, you should probably rinse these out prior to doing what I'm doing right now. I clearly don't think it's as necessary as it should be, so maybe that'll be my mistake. But I have yet to see a reason why it has to be that precise. So I brought out my knife because it had a little circular hole ready to be kind of popped out, already serrated, I guess you could say. I wanted to pop that out to make it a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cap back on it, give it a quick little shake, and then we'll get to pouring this one. Remember, this is going to go to that 5 ml. So just in case I didn't mention it earlier, these are all supposed to be, these nutrient levels, they're supposed to be mixed in accordance, of course, with what they say there. Definitely follow their directions, though I do know some people who use about half of what that says because they feel like maybe it's kind of like a almost like a hey, purchase it gimmick, or purchase more gimmick, right? Run out sooner, so make them use a little bit more. My only argument with that to that logic is wouldn't that just wind up getting nutrient burn and making you not want to continue using their products? So I don't know. I'm not the master of it. I'm figuring it out as we go. You guys are gonna be figuring it out with me. So make sure you hit that subscribe button Just know we're gonna be setting up better cameras, better angles. And I'm also doing research. Now I'm learning how people, did it when they first got started with their YouTube series, and trying to figure out,